Hello, family. I'm Glacia, intuitive life coach and Ascension guide, and this video is for May 2023, an energy update. So, I'm just going to jump right into the symptoms that people are feeling and are going to be going through. And keep in mind that these symptoms move through the collective like a wave. So, not everybody is having the exact same symptoms at the same time, although we do kind of move through this in groups or clusters. So, you may notice that a lot of people have a lot of the same symptoms, but it does vary. We do go through different things at different times, but some of the major symptoms are feeling dissociated. And so this is what we've been going through and what we will be going through. This is coming up in May, and a lot of people have been feeling this through April as well, and I'll explain why here in a moment. So exhaustion and a need for naps. Dizziness, vertigo, changes in vision are really huge for a lot of people. And that's because we're starting to be able to see multidimensionally. You have to remember we're shifting in our energetic expression, which means we're shifting in how the collective shows up, constantly shifting, right? So the collective, everybody together is driving this reality forward. And when we have major awakenings, then all of that new information that we brought in, suddenly the collective has access to it because it's now in the collective mind, the collective conscious mind, right? Not just the subconscious or the collective one mind, right? So feeling fed up with your life. That is a major one that people have been going through and will be going through, because that's when you are on the edge of a breakthrough. And when you're feeling really fed up in your life, it forces you to find a different path forward. That's your energy. That's your body saying, okay, enough of this. I'm done. It's time to move forward now. So it's kind of almost like a feeling of just frustration, feeling like you're stuck, right? And then that feeling of being stuck stimulates your subconscious to take action to get you out of it. So when you're in those positions where you're stuck, be really careful of the inner dialogue that you have with yourself, and make sure that you're only saying positive things and viewing yourself in kind of a positive light, and creating possibilities rather than limitations. So saying things, negative statements like, oh, this always happens to me. Or you can say something like, oh, how can I shift this? Those lead to very different timelines and outcomes, and also feel very different in the body when you say it. And your body is always listening. It believes you. When you say, oh, I'm totally screwed now, your body's listening, But if you say, I wonder what's possible to get out of this, or I wonder what's possible here that I don't realize is possible. And then you start to open up into the realm of solutions, right? So keep that in mind. Another major symptom is the shift in how you see the world. So as you wake up, you have these really big breakthroughs and breakdowns. We know we go through that. But then sometimes you shift so much in your timelines, right, that the world starts to look different. And you really start to see things on a deeper level. So it's like you're no longer just seeing on the surface or the top levels. You're seeing deep into it, where you start to understand it in a more complex way. So it's more of, when you can hear somebody say something and it makes sense to you, but then when you experience it yourself, it's a very different thing than just imagining what somebody else is saying, the imaginary experience. So anyways, this can lead people into the dark night of the soul. So a lot of people are going into the dark night of the soul, which you feel lost and confused and, just kind of unhappy and unsure of what to do. And like you're just in limbo in a way. So kind of in the void, right? So another one is the strong desire to build community. And this has been building in the collective more and more. So right now, a lot of people are holding this feeling of wanting to be in smaller communities, grow our food together, live together, work together, kind of really building these small communities that feel like family, and then networking with other small communities that feel like family, instead of this very impersonal kind of uncaring way that we are in the cities, right? We want community. We feel it. It's being activated within us, by the way. There's a reason we're all feeling this. This is us moving forward. We are coded to do this, and we're coded by our own selves to do this so that we can move forward in a way that's sustainable and pleasurable to us, right? So, um, many people are feeling the need to shift into a healing role. So, if you have a planet full of healers and people who are empaths and care about each other, you've got a lot of people taking care of each other in a way that the community would really thrive, right? So, this is the Unity Consciousness Grid. And this is the Unity Conscious template coming online within people's personal energetic operating systems. So they'll be looking for a greater purpose of how to serve the collective and how to make their life better through service to others. So you're going to see that all over the place. People shifting out of careers and into really caring about each other. So another one is feeling really tall or feeling like your body is really compact while everything else around you is vast and expanse. So you can feel like you're in space, and then also sometimes just feel extremely tall, like everything around you is smaller. And that's because you're rising up into higher points of view and you're expanding beyond your body, right? Your energy field and energy body exists around your body already. And so when you start to see multidimensionally, you literally start to see physical matter in different ways and interact with it in different ways because you're no longer just a limited being. You're becoming limitless, right? So you can feel a bit different. And that's when you're kind of expanding into your light body and feeling how big your template, your light body template really is, and how gigantic you are as a being, right? So also feeling more sensitive. So people are feeling really, really sensitive. Sensitivities to food, sound, light, you name it. And also sensitive to other people's energies, thoughts, feelings, and body sensations as well. So that's going to increase more. All of our senses are increasing, not just the extrasensory perceptions, but also the physical sensory perceptions as well. So then what we're going to start noticing too is that a lot of us are going to start coming out of the fog. Now, I know a lot of people are still in the fog, very deep, but you're going to start to notice that you're coming out of it. Your energy's coming back. You're starting to feel more vibrant again. You're feeling like getting out there again. But remember, we are in a collective destruction cycle, which means we're still breaking down all the things that don't work for us and rebuilding so that they do. So as we're coming out of the fog, this will help people go in directions into the timelines that are most appropriate for them so that they can live their greatest expression here. Okay, so coming up in the month of May, you're going to have the roller coaster as usual. So when we rise up, we really reach this new level, and then we feel like, yes, I made it, but then we drop back down. And this is because we still have unfinished business at that lower level that we have to wrap up and complete, lessons to learn, right? And then we rise back up to see what's possible, where we're, when we rise up, that's like as high as we can go with our consciousness in that moment. And then when we drop back down, that's like almost as low as we can go, right? So we're doing these like peaks and valleys, but really what it is we're preparing to sustain ourselves at that higher level, right? So when you pop up to that higher level and you feel really good and things are working out and you can see your manifestation at play, but then you drop back down and things kind of fall apart. Well, that's the creation and then the destruction necessary to maintain that new creation, right? So you create something, you ask for it, you create it, you sustain it, you manifest it, right? You get it, you drop back down, kind of lose it a bit, clean up whatever is in that lower level, then pop back up, and then you stay at that level. So it's a series of steps that we're doing like this, and that's the breakdowns and breakthroughs. So we're going to keep doing that roller coaster ride moving forward. However, expect some major shifts in your personal timelines, especially in the realm of connecting with your higher self, your inner guidance, your inner knowing. Like, this is going to start becoming bigger and bigger for everybody because we're starting to stream our higher consciousness through our multidimensional light body. So, this is what I have for you today, my friends. Thank you so much for being here with me. I just love all of you so much. We're doing so amazing in the collective. And remember to keep your chin up, keep reaching higher, keep asking yourself what else is possible and how does it get better? How can I make this world better? How can this situation be better? And asking these open-ended questions that lead to a positive outcome. All right, family, take care.